Hello and welcome to the orientation video for Theater Appreciation, THA 2000 at State College of Florida, Spring 2015 for the online class. My name is Dean Anthony, however I prefer to be called DA. Those are my initials. That nickname was given to me by students the very first year I taught at what used to be Manatee Community College, which is now State College of Florida. I assume the DA stands for Dean Anthony and not something else. However, since it was given to me by students, you never can tell. My phone number, my office, calling me is not a good way to get a hold of me. Dropping by my office is not necessarily a good way to get a hold of me, because frequently when I'm in the theater building, I'm actually back in the theater, and my office is, a ways away. But the best way to get a hold of me is through Angel email, so the mail system that is in the Angel program, or I will also be available online Monday nights 7 to 9 p.m. Those are my virtual office hours. I have to say, in the 6 or 7 years I've been teaching this online, no one has ever contacted me during that time, so that just says that the class is fairly self-sufficient. You don't usually need help like that. So, class meeting days. This class is 100% online. It is it's not self-paced, but there are no class meetings. There are no times when we all must be online simultaneously. Everything is done online. You get to decide within, a certain time frame when you want to do the material. All tests are done online. Everything is online. If I was doing an online class, this is the way I would want it to be, and so that's the way I've made it. Course description. Really, the thing that most people take this class for is because it is a Gordon Rule class. It is an international, it does that area for international requirement, and it's a humanities credit for your AAAS and AS degrees. Most of you, I would think that's why you're taking this. Of course, performance standards are available online, or if you'd like, I can see if I can figure out a way to send you a hard copy or something, but again, most people aren't interested in that. Course objectives. This course will help you to analyze and understand and appreciate the specific ways that live theater communicates its message to an audience during a performance, and understand the historical connection between specific theatrical practices and styles and the social context or conditions of their development. Hopefully by the end of the class you will learn to appreciate theater a little bit more. I mean, that's what the whole class is about. You will also, by the end of the semester, be able to ever so generally and ever so loosely trace theater from, at least Western theater, from its origins in ancient Greece up through the Romans, up through the Dark Ages, the resurgence in the Middle Ages, up through the Renaissance, all the way up through till today. And there really is a direct line. It's odd to think, but stuff back 2,500 years ago still affects things that you might see in a sitcom on TV. Perhaps. The texts and stuff you'll need for the class are: you need Theater Appreciation, the second edition by James Erickson Anthony, Smith, and Thagard. You'll notice my name is in there. We created this textbook to make it so that you would have a very inexpensive textbook. It really is inexpensive. You will use almost all the material in the textbook. You want the second edition of this textbook. I will no longer be trying to help people out with page numbers from the first edition. I'm not saying it's impossible for you to figure out what to do with if you had the first edition. However, I'm not going to be helping people. So if you get the first edition, that's up to you. But it will be a lot easier if you have the second edition. This is a book that has a black cover with a picture of a theater set on the front, just in case. There is a very, very old version of the book floating around that is simply by is simply by James and Erickson. It has sort of a light green cover. You do not want that book. I don't know. It's really old and it has nothing to do with the class, but every once in a while someone, I don't know, asks me if that book is, if they can use it, and the answer is no. You will also need a script, All My Sons by Arthur Miller, and a script, A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry. All three of those books are available in the SCF bookstore. You should be able to order them online from the FCF bookstore. There was some problems last semester because of, I don't know whether they've straightened it out, but if you ask to order these books and you say you want a used copy, if it comes back and tells you there are no more books available, what it's telling you is there are no more used copies available. You need to then go back in and order it and say you want a new version, and they have copies of these textbooks and these scripts. All told, I think they're going to cost you around $35. It's not very expensive, especially since you will use them. You will also need to have access to or buy the 1999 film version of A Midsummer Night's Dream and the 1961 film version of A Raisin in the Sun. You may buy these, rent these, stream these, download the films, whatever you want. The current rental price for each of these through Amazon Instant Video is $2.99. So again, we're now looking at a grand total of around $40 of give or take $5 for the cost of the class, which is very inexpensive. There's some more costs later on, so don't get too excited. The other costs are you will need to attend 3 live theater performances during the course of the semester. You are required to find these plays. You are required to get to these plays. I'll help you some, but it is absolutely your responsibility. My suggestion is that you see the plays that we put on at the college. We'll put on 2. They will cost you $10 a piece. That's fairly inexpensive for a theater ticket. Most of the community theaters in the area charge you more. The professional theaters in the area charge you more. If you were to go see theaters in New York City, if you didn't buy a discounted ticket, you're going to be paying over $100 a ticket right now. It's ridiculous, but that's what it is. Yes. So then, you are required to read All My Sons, A Raisin in the Sun, Antigone, and A Midsummer Night's Dream. I've already told you need to purchase the first 2. The second 2 are in your theater appreciation textbook. Again, we really tried to make sure that theater appreciation textbook would save you money. So there you go. I really hope that you'll understand that I love theater and I'm passionate about theater. I actually wish that we could make you read more plays and see more plays, because to me that is how you get someone to actually love theater. I started doing theater when I was 13 years old, 1-3. I'm a lot older than that now. It's been a major part of my life. Maybe it'll become a part of your life too.